Hello everyone and welcome back. Some more legwear in the 3D corner of my channel. As you can see, I've used the bases that I already had. I'm touched up on one of my socks with this thigh-high sock, I think, knee sock. I'm just touching up a bit and making it thinner so it actually adjusts more to the shape of Genesis 2. And this is basically when I started with the new model. Some rings, you've seen them in the end model again, and then I reshaped the legwear a bit, cut out the toes so it is open in the front. I used a reference here, but since this is not my my picture, I didn't put it in the corner. What I usually do, or what I started doing. Today the reference is not in there because it's not my artwork, and I don't want to get into some trouble here. Yeah, but I got inspired and made this model. Most of this is with the extrusion tool, and what's really interesting mainly is the switch from perspective. So most of this is made with the object coordinates, as you can see, or the selection coordinates, to move the object around the shape that I want. This was rather interesting to do in this case, and so at some point it really gave me pause and made me think, because it was rather complex sometimes to actually find the right angle to work all the details into the model that I wanted. So you can see that I'm always fighting with clipping here. I tried to work the area around the ankle a bit more detailed, but in the end I just left it as it is because it just looked like a really weird bump. And this is some details that I'm still working out. Like one of the things on this model, for example, is I have the legs, and I used pre-made legs, and they don't perfectly fit around the shape of the leg. That's because I have less polygons on the shape that I made, on the shape around the leg, on the sock, than the actual model has. So I could try to go on the level of the model, and at some point I'm partially doing that, but the problem is always how many polygons do I have. For example, I'm also working on some stuff that I want to import into Yahaha as well. So for those of you who frequent my channel, I'm working with Yahaha, and the import function has just released, basically last, I think, just before the weekend. I didn't have much time to test it out yet, and I will in the coming week. And I will probably make a video because I actually didn't make that much Yahaha content in the last time, and I should do that again, or I want to do that again. And one problem I encountered was actually that the models that I work with are too big from their size. So I exported one of the models that I made, and with the figure and with all the clothing, I was at roughly 90 megabyte, which is too big for which currently is not available as a import size. So I had to I'm still trying out. For example, I tried to import something as a figure, but this is currently not supported. So and I should have known that because it was written in the patch notes, but I didn't read that far, so this is on me. So I managed to import some smaller stuff, and I'm currently looking into how it works and what I can import. This is what I'm doing over the days, but yeah, as you can see, I'm adding extra lines, I'm adding more poly count here, basically using the connect tool to differentiate or to subpar the model. You see, for example, right here, I'm adding new lines and cutting up the model so that I have an easier time working this. At this point, I also went and changed my approach and basically worked on one part and not on two separate parts at the same time. And before I switched back and forth between left and right, and I stopped doing that at this point. Yeah, but I'm trying to reduce the poly count to a level where I can actually import my models, but this is also where my own human model comes in, which I will finish modeling next week. And then we'll see about importing this into DES, rigging it and setting it up as a figure. And then comes the part which I currently dread, which is the making it so I can actually put clothes on it. Still have to see how this is working. I have no idea how to do that, but we'll see in due time. Yeah. About this model, yeah, I told you inspiration was a random picture I found. Again, it's an artwork that really spoke to me, where I was like, okay, I can do this. And overall, it was really interesting. It took me a little bit about 2 hours, so this is 16 times the normal speed at which you're looking this, which means you won't get any details actually from my work mostly. Yeah. Most interesting part is actually the making the bump maps. Or the most interesting part, another interesting part that will come up is making the bump maps in just a bit, which is also the end of the video. And after that you still can see the render that I made this time, and I hope you enjoyed. Overall, really interesting project. As you can see, I'm adding a few extra lines, which also adds to the poly count, but I did this to make sure that the shape doesn't deform too much when smoothing this down, so this is always a bit tricky. Yeah, at this point I thought about adding a wedge heel, so I basically deformed the whole wedge heel and fixed the form. But I then decided, no, this isn't what I want, so I will probably edit, but I will not edit it this time. Okay, this is the video. This is the UV maps, but you won't really see anything. Thanks for watching. I hope everything is okay. I hope everyone is healthy. I hope everyone is safe and fit. And for the coming days, we'll see what I can actually put on, because I'm also working on a few projects. Yeah, I wish you all a happy October and see you guys around.